What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's video. I'm here, guys, with a project update. If you guys saw our short that I put out with using one of these little servo motors, we got more, and they're upgraded. So, in this video, I'm going to explain the circuitry of this, and then later in the video, I'll explain what this is for, and the huge project this is for. Basically, I'm just going to go over this real quick, explain it to all you. So, yeah. So, we have our brain top station right here. It's a Arduino Uno R3. Our using 5-volt battery power and a ground over here on our digital pins that are here. And what they do is our ground and our positives go into our breadboard power supply right here. And each one of our servo power supplies and the ground are right here, all shared. So all the power and ground are being shared over. So we have 3 different colors. We have our green, purple, and blue. And then you see we have 3 different sets of pins here. These are pins that run from our digital pin input and output. So we have 9, 8, 7, or D9, D8, D7 here for our system, and each one goes to its own number and is all connected up to their independent. So if we look, this brown goes over to blue, goes over to purple, and then this green one goes over to green, and then this purple one goes over to blue. This is a base kind of thing. It's not that big of circuiting, but I'm going to plug this in for you guys so you guys kind of see this thing work and actually run for you guys. So you can see it turns on, board's on, nothing's going to happen. Let me click this button real quick on here. That's going to flash, going to turn on. And there's a controller. I'm going to pop the controller on screen here. So I'm going to pop the controller up on screen so you can see the controller working on screen. I'm going to pop the controller up right about now. So now the controller is popped up. So basically we're going to connect our Arduino using COM3. Now we're connected. You saw that light flash, that means we're connected. So servo 1 I think is purple. So you can see by my different mouse strokes and me pulling this, it moves to that corresponding location. And this is varied by how I have it set on this. And it's kind of cool. And then if we keep going, we have our servo 2, that's our green one. You can see how it kind of mimics also. So servo 3 is our blue one. So I'm going to grab our servo 2, our green one. I'm going to bring this closer to the camera. Basically how it is we have a gear here that's connected to our servo motor that's here. This is just a frame that wraps around the servo motor and guides this. So when I do my servo 2, this gear spins and it spins the arm gear that goes out and in. Like that, and then the case I pulled off is just a mounting case. It's a case that you would use to mount it, so you can mount it this way, every which way, and each one has the same setup. They're all the same, and I think that's what the cool part is about this. And from there, I'm gonna end my screen share, and I'm gonna go back to the camera part. And now it's time for me to show you the next step of what this is for, explaining what all that is. So okay guys, so this is our next step. So this is the big project and what this is used for. So this is a SAR bot right here. So what a SAR is, an acronym for search and rescue. This is more of a search bot, but it is for search and rescue. So we have the main bot here around this frame. This little wire and buoy coming out, that will be explained later but right here we have a bunch of different cameras and sensors all around, so we can have a 365 kind of view, so we can use that as a self-awareness system. And then we have our big motor back, here, and we use tank steering with tank treads. I keep moving. This is our basic schematic. Cool idea here. So basically, we have a bunch of different heat sensors, cameras, and we have a Wi-Fi chip, a GPS chip. We have also ultrasonic distance sensor. My bad, I couldn't say that. We have a little bit of a flow chart down here that I will explain to you. This is the bot with it kind of all looking good right here. Okay, so right here you can see we have our bot without all these weird lines here. And here you can see a little prototype or flow chart right here. We have our processor that is a ESP32 development board that processes the camera data that is inputted with the heat sensors and the ultrasonic distance sensors that go into the self-awareness system. Spatial awareness system, my bad. And basically what that means, it kind of is used, and here I wrote a note that it could be used to self-operate, so it could become a self-operation system with using that system built in. And then we have a GPS chip plus a Wi-Fi chip that is location pinpoint and all-around access that also access the storage, and that's just all data storage on bot. So basically all the input data that is saved on bot that's also transmitted is saved here on the bot that you can see down here. I flip over to our next page. It's a flow chart, a better flow chart, I should say. So I know my flow chart is a little messed up here. I'm trying to make sure you guys can kind of see this. So basically, processor is ESP32 that processes camera input. The heat sensor and so you guys can see the heat sensor and the camera are going over to the data storage. About all three of these go to the spatial awareness system. The GPS chip and Wi-Fi chip go over to the back, can run over to the access system, locate that access that goes to the access lane that goes to our data storage, or it can go through our backup access lane. So if you can't get through here, you have the backup lane. That's a little shortcut that can cut past this part. That cuts past this part, these parts right here. So these parts are cut out and can cut into this line. If this whole line right here is messed up, we just go straight into our data storage. With that, let me keep flipping through. Now it's time for me to explain the buoy to you guys. So basically the buoy, or that buoy that you saw coming out of the bot, is actually the transmitters and the receivers. So basically we have transmitters transmitting out to a computer with a custom computer system that can send data and receive data and transfer that data in. It has two little motors to propel itself. It has four different things as one input, one output wire. And then the other two wires you see are cable, so there's four in total. So there's going to be one cable on this side, one cable on this side, and then the data cable's in the middle. Then the computer dashboard right here is, we have the map planner where you can self-plan the map with the self-driving system. And you can see all the motor. So like motor 1, you can see the degree that it's at. Motor 2, you can see the degree that it's at. And all the different input data here. And then you can have some preset ones to kind of work for everything different. And then this is where you can just see the camera, what the bot sees with its cameras, and it's like you can control it from there. And I think I have another page. Yes, I do. And this is what these are what these little things are. Oh, this is what these little things are for that I'm explaining to you guys. So basically, here is you guys are probably wondering, hey, how do you get the tank to go down? How do you get the robot to go down? You don't just drive it down; you drop it in. Basically, what happens is we have a dive tank here, so we use one of our servos here. So all our servos are mounted on top of the bot where no water is. It's inside the bot. So our servos are mounted like this. I got a better one. Servos are mounted like this. So basically when we need to open our dive tank, this one would lower itself down enough where it's lowered and opened a little hatch or a little door that can let water in and flood this tank. It's built around our 2 motors, so our 2 motors aren't getting affected by this. Our 2 motors are built around this. And the other ones are mounted. We have this one right here on the right side mounted like this, where it's an up and down hatch. So when the hatch lowers, it lets water into the right level tank. And then left is going to be like this, so the left level tank can open. And what the right and left level tanks are is there's going to be a level system right up here, so we could tell the bot's level or not going down. So while the dive tank's opening, we're filling up, we're sinking. If we're going at an angle, we could possibly mess up our track and mess up some of the cameras and all that. So that's why we want to, while we're lowering, we want to fill up, like here, we would fill up our right tank to lower it, or to level it out, so it would level and lower softly to the ground, so nothing would really get messed up inside that. So guys, that is the majority of this video. This is SAR bot underwater water search. My goal for this project, if you guys like this, and I will be giving updates every week about new things and progress, and with that is my goal is to get this done by July 4th, so I can premiere it and show everybody at my backyard barbecue I do, where they can see that, oh my god, this is cool, a really cool proof of concept. So I want to thank you guys for today. Happy Martin Luther King Day, so I want to wish you guys a happy MLK Day. These videos will be coming out every Sunday as just an update. This one's coming out on Monday because Martin Luther King Day. But that's the baseline, and I hope you guys enjoy this series and stick with me to see this thing come alive. So thank you guys. See you guys in the next one. This is Ryder signing off. Bye.